bells rang. Marchait cousin, donnez-moi love, qu'elle fait mal.
First of all, I'm Steve Choate. For those that don't know me, and I want to welcome you to the SRC Shareholder Picnic and 10-year celebration. Is everybody glad to be here? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For those of you who don't know me well, I don't typically read speeches. But so I don't turn to mush up here today, I decided to write some things down. It's hard to believe how fast and how quickly 10 years have gone by. 10 years ago, Betsy and I had 4 children under 5 years old. Today, I wear my son's hand-me-down clothes because he has outgrown me. I called my father this morning and asked him if I could pass along anything to you because he loved you all so dearly. He said to let you know that you are the most wonderful people he has had the privilege of knowing. I ran into Don Copeland the other day and he told me he is retiring. And in the next moment, Becky told me she and Tim was having a baby. How quickly life moves on. As I said in the opening line, this will not be a long speech, but I want to take a little of your time to thank you for all the wonderful things you have accomplished over the past 10 and a half years. I want to thank you for embracing all the opportunities we have been given and for your willingness to be accountable for the well-being of each other. I remember the terror we had 10 years ago when what now seems like the snap of a fingers, when we became responsible for a community of people. We were cut off from the big company, the deep financial pockets. The real terror was the realization we could never offer the security business once did before. And to make things even scarier, we knew we were sicker than the terminally ill parent we were leaving behind. But we lived. Defied odds, some say, because regardless of the odds against us, we believed in each other. We figured out how to manage the work by doing the work and created a unique company based on what the organization has to offer, and that is ownership and responsibility. Ownership asked us to be deeply accountable for the outcomes of the company. It meant placing ourselves in the position of being creators of the organization to which we belong. What kind of place we have become and what kind of place we want to be derives from all of us. I know we haven't been perfect, and I know we've made a lot of mistakes. We are people. And we try every day to improve upon those mistakes and to learn from those failures to reach the visions and the expectations you want from your company. We know we must continue to look and improve our company and determine what values we want to live out. When we try, when we hold ourselves accountable, when we take responsibility for each other, the whole system of ownership begins to shift. Attempting to reach our hopes and dreams is in fact an ownership function. And if we want ownership wildly dispersed, then each of us needs to struggle with reaching our own personal dreams. That kind of change does not come from leadership, but ownership. And it can bring us the best of two worlds as it meets the needs of the marketplace and the individual for security, safety, and freedom. So please take a moment and look around you. Look at your partners, your cohorts, their children, and think about the awesome responsibility we have here. What once started out as a method of trying to survive has now evolved into a mighty force that only you can determine where it goes from here. We started trying to save 100 jobs. We now have more than 1,600 people here today. What will it be like 10 years from now? Where will we all be? What opportunities await us? The answer lies in all of us. I hope we enjoy the ride. Let's let the prizes begin. Thank you.
Ma chaque cousin, donnez-moi l'homme que fait mal. Ma chaque cousin, donnez-moi l'homme que fait mal.
Joe Lober before we came in, or as everybody was coming in, he said something about it looking like Pepto-Bismol convention. I've heard several other people say several different things, and I remembered that there's one other person not with us today, and that's Gary Brown. Gary, of course, he's as far as I know, he's the only employee that's actually working today. He's giving a speech for the great game of business. So at least that's what Gary told me. Now I did hear another story that Gary woke up night before last screaming and yelling in a cold sweat and said that he'd been mugged by a bunch of people in pink shirts, and they had tied him to the front of one of those water slides and he was going around and around. So I'm not sure which one that is. Now one other thing on Gary Brown right quick, if you would, I want you to help me because I told Gary I didn't think the shirts were quite that bad. Larry, I want you to help me out with this too. What I want to do is everybody who really loves that pink shirt, and you might put the camera on the crowd if you would, Larry. But everybody who loves that pink shirt, stand up and wave to Gary. Okay, everybody who would have just soon him pick a different color, please stand up and wave. If that's what it takes to show that we belong to SRC, I'll do it any day of the week, and I hope you will too. I think you will. Another thing, it's not always, and I'm not going to tie you up. At least we got a little bit of wind, so that makes it a little better. I'm not going to tie you up for a long time. We wanted to get out of here about 3. I got just a few minutes. It's not always been as good as it is today. I called it a celebration. I've heard people call it reunions. I've heard people call it the 10-year birthday. But to me, it's a celebration. You can have a reunion or you can have a birthday and not necessarily be doing things right. In my opinion, we're having a celebration, and it's because we're doing a lot of things right. We're not just doing 1 or 2 things right. We're doing a lot of things right as a company. So everybody should be real proud. And I made some comparisons. I jotted some notes down here. I made some comparisons on where we were and where we're at now. But when we took over in 1983, and you've all probably heard these numbers, and I won't bore you with them too long. It'll be real short and sweet. But we started out with 115 employees in 1983, and today we're up around 700. So that's fantastic. We also had 1 facility in 1983. We've got 7 facilities now. The value of the company, and I don't know if you can say it's the value or not, but the company was purchased in 1983 for $7 million, and today I think the new stock value is somewhere around $18 million. And last but not least, if we would have been rated in 1983 as a company, we would have probably been somewhere down around last if they would have rated us at all. Today we're rated in the top 100, and we should be extremely proud of what we've done.
Because tonight I'm gonna see my shut-eye meal. A big guitar filled with jar and Miguel. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. Go ahead, take it away. Dress in style and go hog wild, me oh my oh. Son of a gun, we're gonna have